Hey, it's day 4 of the fast, and I'm feeling a little better than yesterday. I actually went for an hour-long walk down by the river, Sacramento River, and it was I felt pretty good. I mean, I got a little winded coming back up the hill, but uh, yeah, I felt good for most of it. So today, so I'm drinking water and everything. But today, I think what I'd like to talk about is one of the things that I'm really good at, which is what I call emotional alchemy. Uh, Maybe another term for it is inner alchemy, but it is a way of moving energy. I actually created a series of videos uh, around how to move energy elegantly. And I use that term moving energy as taking whatever emotional energy you have and moving the energy. And what happens when you move the energy is that it uh, changes what it's doing in your body. If you're interested, I have just um, private message me, personal message me, and I will be glad to share the article that I wrote about it. So let me explain what I mean. There's a model of energy that I use, and I got this from one of my teachers. And I find it to be a very useful model. So the model that I'm referring to is one where energy flows from the universe into your body, through your body, and then back out into the universe. And this energy could be called chi or ki. It could be called prana. There's a lot of names for this kind of energy, but it is an energy that you can feel, and and the energy gets expressed um, through your creations. So let me explain a little bit more about how this works in terms of the emotions, the feelings. So when you block incoming energy, that is fear. And what I mean by blocking incoming energy is like there's something coming towards you that you are afraid of, that you don't want. It could be like a bus barreling down on you, and that would, of course, not be good. But too often, these are fears that we created from some trauma in our childhood. We might make, something that isn't really a fear. I mean, not in a normal sense, but because of something that we learned in childhood, we are now afraid of it. I mean, the common one, of course, is public speaking, which seems to be the number one fear for a lot of people. So that is a fear of incoming energy. And when you allow that energy to flow into your body, what happens is that it turns into excitement, enthusiasm, and it feels good. But the tendency is to block that energy. And so the opposite side, I mean, the other side of fear is trust. It's like, can you trust that the universe wants to support you, wants to give you love? So that's fear. Now, when you block energy moving through the body, it becomes pain. And so when you feel physical pain or emotional pain, that's usually because we're not allowing that energy to move. Now, when you do allow that energy to move, it can become pleasure. So you have pain, pleasure. Uh, and if you ever had a really good cry, then you know that there's this kind of like relief. The tension is gone. There's this sense of peace. And if you really examine it, I've gotten really good at moving energy. And so when I move energy through my body, it feels ecstatic. So you can get to that place where you can actually feel the pleasure of the energy moving through the body. Now, when you block energy moving out of the body, um, that is anger. And that the kind of anger I'm talking about is not the kind of explosive rage, but it's that cold, simmering kind of, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. I'm not going to give you anything from myself. And so that's that clamped down kind of anger. Um, some people might call it passive aggressive, where sometimes it slips out in other ways. So you're angry at this person, and it comes out sideways. You're not giving it full expression. And the thing about anger is that when you actually allow that energy to flow outward, that actually becomes your power. So, and I want to talk a little bit more about anger, because anger is one of those very misunderstood emotions. So anger rests on a spectrum, and that spectrum depends on whether it's anger against or anger for. And when it's anger against, that becomes hate. And you want to destroy something or someone. On the other hand, when it's anger for, that is your passion. That is your creative juice. That is when you allow that anger to express that passion, that becomes something beautiful. It becomes something very creative. So, so this is kind of my mini lecture on emotional alchemy. So I hope that serves you in some way. And again, if you want to get the article, feel free to PM me. All right. Thank you for listening.